What is identity? I mean, where do I even begin? There are so many questions to look at when evaluating identity. Who are we? Who gets to decide who we are? Where and with whom do we belong? What is this place? Is identity influenced by the media? Culture? Is it about traditions of representation? Is it ideological? Is it a landscape? Is it about rebranding? Oh, I haven't even begun to look at the theorists.
Identity is not simple, despite what Ken Akabaya says. He stated, identity is utterly simple and unproblematic. Everything is identical to itself. Nothing is ever identical to anything but itself. Which I disagree with. I believe identity to be an ever-growing concept in which we can't rely on one thing to describe it. I mean, Stuart Hall further asserts my narrative by saying identity is not as transparent or unproblematic as we think. Why is identity so confusing? Look at representation, for example. It plays a key role in identity as representation shapes the stories we tell and the way we see ourselves as well as how we see others. This is why identity is so important. Look at these films, for example, Chariots of Fire and Gregor's Girl. Both are set in Scotland but have very different outlooks in their representation. As John Hill highlights, so while both films partly are set in Scotland, there is also a significant difference between representations of Scotland which they provide. Why is it that, in my head, I know all this information on identity, but I still really don't know what it is? Isn't landscapes to do with identities as well? How does landscapes and places come into the meaning of things? Is this identity? Weirdly, I suppose everything somehow falls into the category of identity. Identity is made up of a lot of different things. Society, culture, place, landscapes, representation, media. Identity is just what we choose to identify with, to show a sense of who we are and how we want to be perceived. Everyone's identities are different and always changing. And I guess that's what identity is. Damn, I really went on a journey there.
Well, at least I know what I'm writing in my essay. That's if I don't forget it by the time I get home. Okay, let's do this. I got this. I got this.